Welcome to Oil and Gas Premier League Season 2. This is semi-final 1 between PETROFAC and DNO Dynamos. Our match official Harish has got the coin. He'll be flipping the coin. Santosh is going to flip the coin. Jikesh from PETROFAC is going to call.
Tail.
Tails is the call, and tails it is. Jikesh, you won the toss. What will you do?
We will bat.
It's been a campaign that has been with one loss that you all had. Not much of contributions when we look at the scorecards from the rest of them. What is your expectations from the rest of the world other than Gangadhar, Jeevan and you?
And actually, all players are beginning the start of the season, so there is not much practice. That is the issue for the bad form. I think now slowly they are picking up.
And you won the toss. You want to bat first. What sort of a score are you looking for?
I think around 180, 200. That is a good total for us. I think so.
Anyway, all the best, and we'll see you in action soon as we speak to Santosh from DNO Dynamos. Santosh, considering yourself lucky with Supertech, not making it to the semi-finals.
I think this is something magic happened, I can say, and good to play a semi-final.
Coming into the semi-finals, you will be wanting contributions from rest of your boys other than Prabhat, who's been scoring the bulk of the scoring.
Yeah, true. I think this is a team game, and we have to participate each and every member. So I think we will win this match.
All the best. This is the news from the center. Jikesh from PETROFAC won the toss, and he has decided to bat first. Petrofac and DNO Dynamos. Petrofac captain Jikesh winning the toss, electing to bat first. Mohammad Salman is on strike with his Jikesh, the captain, on non-strike. Sanjay to start the proceedings. Cuts this one through covers the man at extra cover. Giving the chase, coming round, keeps it down to 2. So we're off the mark with this semi-final. Plays it down the ground. Prabhat Saxena giving the chase, but unable to keep it within the boundary rope. So first boundary of the game, first boundary to Salman. Score move on to 6. Jikesh want to strike. हाँ अच्छा ठीक है एक सेकंड. Sanjay to continue. Cuts this one towards Gully. Santosh, the captain, doing the fielding there. No run there. Swan nearly, the expression shows that was an edge which the keeper Prashant couldn't catch. And vital for DNO Dynamos, if they want to win this game, they need to get the wickets up front. Last ball of the first over coming up. Was that a catch? The expression says so. Would have really boosted up the morale at this one. Looking for a caught behind, umpire unmoved. And being called a wide, a late call. So run added and has to reload. Score 8 for the loss of no wicket. The umpires for this game are Shabazz and Harish. Petrofac and DNO Dynamos are battling out this game between Cummins Arabia, who haven't been defeated, and as we speak, Jikesh plays one down the wrong line. He's been bowled, so early success for DNO Dynamos. For no score. So the wide favoring DNO Dynamos, given away a run, but if you have to get Jikesh for won yourself a lottery.
2 to come in. Captain Santosh is partnering Sanjay with the new ball. Jeevan Gangadharan is at number 3. He is at the non-striker end. Waiting for the umpire signal. It's a no ball, a boundary and a free hit. So Santosh starting. Free hit coming up. Doesn't make use of it. Bowls plays it back to the bowler. No run there. Another edge. Goes past the man at third man for another boundary. Score moves on to 17. Plays it down. Long on for a single. Score moves on to 18. Santosh to continue. Jeevan taking strike for the first time. Plays it back towards the bowler. No run there. 1.4 overs completed. 18 for the loss of 1 wicket. Full toss. Taking the outer half of the bat. Towards short covers there. James the fielder. No run there. Last ball of the second over. Drives this one and James doing well there. Making sure he fields the ball well. So end of 2 overs. 18 for the loss of 1 wicket. चंदन वो जेम्स है ना उधर कवर्स में जेम्स खड़ा है ना DNO Dynamos altering their new ball opening pair. It was usually Chandan and Santosh who started. This time they've gone in with Sanjay as Salman drives this one handsomely over the man. It covers. By the time the man at extra cover could reach there, the ball reaches the fence. So score moves on to 22. For 1. Salman is on 20 of 8 with 3 boundaries as rather 4 boundaries. This time plays it towards short mid wicket. No run there. The Oil and Gas Premier League Season 2 being sponsored by Hedge and Sash, KSB Skywalkers, Quick Art. 8 teams playing this tournament. Chance edge goes towards third man. Gopal is unable to reach that one. And another boundary. He moves on to 24 of 10 with 5 boundaries. Score moves on to 26. Hello? 26 for 1. 2.3 overs. Shot. Slaps this one down to mid-off. No run there. This one a quicker delivery. Was cramped for room, so he slapped the one back towards mid-off, but Prabhat Saxena there. Make sure he doesn't let the batsman take a single, so score remains on 26. In the air, the man at long on. Can he take the one? Overruns the ball. And a single being taken, so second time that a catch being dropped. Chandan misjudging that one, overrunning the ball. Luckily for him, the ball did not cross the fence. So one more run added. Score moves on to 27. Jeevan on strike. He is batting none of the 3 balls he's faced as he plays another defensive stroke towards mid-off. A spring in the action of the DNO Dynamos. They know they're playing against a side who's the defending champions, but they need to fight fire with fire. $27 for 1 of 3 overs. Change in the field. Chandan is being brought into the circle. Santosh to continue on the pads, going down leg side. It's played across the line, but umpire unmoved, so score remains on 27. Now the dot ball, James coming in at short covers. Across the line, over cow corner for a boundary, 1 bounce. Score moves on to 31. He moves on to 29 of 14 balls with 6 boundaries. This one into the block hole, drives it down towards long on. Sanjay, the fielder there, keeps it down to a single, goes on to 32. Brings Jeevan on to strike, who's yet to get off the mark. This time down the ground, Prabhat there, fields it with his feet. Jeevan off the mark with that single. Score moves on to 33. Last ball of the 4th over coming up. Sprays across the line this time. Full toss. Plays it towards deep mid wicket. The man there doing the fielding well. Keeps it down to 2. Slides in. Make sure he keeps the ball within his grasp. 2 more runs added. 35 for 1 at the end of 4. Sanjay to continue. G1 on strike. Drives his one towards shot covers. James, the man who's been kept busy today. Scored 35 for 1. 4.1 overs completed. This is a 20-over game. So only 2 men allowed. 30-yard circle in the first 6 overs as he plays this towards mid-off. Single. Score moves on to 36. Chandan now standing at mid-off. Prabhat Saxena, the man on the ring, he is out at long on. .36 for 1. Salman on strike. In the air. Prabhat there at long on doing the fielding, keeps it down to a single. It's one towards covers. The man not able to stop a one. Deep covers giving the chase. Keeps it down to 2. Score moves on to 39. Fifth ball of the over. Drives this one. The man at mid-off rather. Misfields at 1 and so 1 is converted to 2 out here. Score moves on to 41. Jeevan's moved on to 6 of 9. Slowly he's gaining in confidence. He's a man who relies on his stroke play and can play the big shots once he's set his eye in. Drives this one back to the bowler. End of the over. 41 for 1 at the end of 5 overs. Sanjay has bowled 3 overs, 23 for 1. Welcome back. Over number 6 to begin. Prabhat Saxena to bowl the last over of power play. Prabhat to start. Salman, the batsman. Rocks back, cuts this towards short cover. No run there. This time in the air, dropping shot at the man at short cover. So 2 dot balls. Trying to put some pressure and get a wicket. They need these to get these 2 men out as early as possible. Else could be talking about in the air. The man at Sanjay falling short of him. Single run. Score moves on to 42. It's a matter of getting them to do a couple of mistakes, and if they get them early, that is going to put a lot of pressure on Petrofac as Jeevan drive comes down the ground, drives this towards deep mid wicket. 1 run added. Zain the fielder. Score moves on to 43. (43 for 1). James the fielder, it wasn't James, the man at mid-off does the fielding, keeps it down to a dot. So 1 ball to go in the power play, and the field restrictions will be taken. So far, DNO Dynamos have done well in this over. Again, driving this back to the bowler. End of the over. Just 2 runs coming off it. The power play completed 43 for 1. A mixed power play for both the sides. Got a wicket, but they still leaked 43 runs. 34 coming on the blade of Salman. And Jeevan, who's just starting to beginning to look good. And run rate of 7.17. Projected can get them to 143. They'll be looking for more than that. करते पता नहीं इतना टाइम लेते ये लोग एक न एक चीज़ चाहिए हर एक बंदा इधर बड़ा प्लेयर है ना ग्लव्स चाहिए पानी चाहिए पेट्रोफैक की ना चलो फिर भी ये लोग 6 ओवर पीछे तो ये गेम भी जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगी फिर पैरेलली वो दोनों गेम साथ में हो जाएंगे 43 पूरा सनलाइट होता है तो फिर मेरा स्क्रीन उड़ जाता है
मेरे कार्ड दे दो खाली भाई, बाकी मोबाइल कैमरा रख दो अपने मुश्किल में, और उसके ऊपर कपड़ा डाल दो। तो क्या बोल रहा है अंपायर, क्या पूछ रहा है आपसे, पूछ रहा है विनय भाई?
उसको लैटर ये बाजू चाहिए, उसको तकलीफ हो रही है। Welcome back. 43-1 after 6 as we have another bowling change. We know Jacob coming into bowl at the end of power play. Jeevan on strike. Plays this towards deep mid wicket. One more run added. Score moves on to 44. संजय, वो फील्डर का नाम क्या है जो अली कहाँ का है वो? Ali the fielder as this one down leg side on the pads, no run. Score remains on 44. This one driven down the ground. Vinod Jacob fields it with his ball, parries it towards deep mid wicket. The man Zen there comes around, does the fielding, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 45.
और प्लीज उस अगर तू कैफेटेरिया पे गया तो चाय बोल ना दो, पहला ही बॉल गिरा है, पहला ही बॉल गिरा है।
45 for 2. Jeevan on strike. This one into the block hole, back to the bowler. .4 overs completed. Jeevan this time this goes aerial and through covers, a beautiful cover drive. This time slightly uppish, but nevertheless he collects his first boundary. He moves on to 12. He's into double figures. 49 for 1. Last ball of the 7th over coming up. A good over so far. Given him 6 runs of 5 balls, would want to end it well. Would not want to concede another boundary.
वो चेक करने बोलो ना 1 मिनट उसको। वरुण वरुण उसने बॉल दिखाया तेरे को? क्या हो गया?
In the air over the man at Sanjay, the fielder, doing well to keep it inside the boundary. 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 51 at the end of 7. 50 runs coming at the conclusion of 7 overs. Current run rate 7.29. Should get them to 146. And PETROFAC is a much better side that can get more than 146. And at the moment, they are facing a buoyant DNO Dynamos. Needs to be seen how long can DNO Dynamos sustain that buoyancy that they have. Ali, the man from deep mid wicket, brought into short mid wicket. (51-1). We are into the 8th over. Prabhat Saxena to continue. He's given away 2 runs of the first over that he bowled. In the air, chance for the man. Chandan is the man who's again dropped a sitter. And by the time the man from covers comes in, another couple of runs. So Salman getting another life. He's already been dropped by the same guy. The ball chasing Chandan whenever it's in the air. This time ball going to his deep mid wicket, cow corner rather. Man from deep mid wicket coming around and fielding the ball. One more run added. Score moves on to 54. Salman living a chance life. He's already been dropped twice. He's now on 15, slowly getting into his moyo. A slow starter, but once when he starts get going, he can play the long handle. Chandan now being dropped down to this time plays it down towards long off. Vinod, the fielder there, keeps it down to a single. So moves on to 55. For 1. This time in the air, Sanjay the fielder, wait and watch, and he takes it just inches above the ground. Finally, Salman runs out of luck. He found the wrong man to take on, and Sanjay a safe pair of hands, indicating that the sun was up there, but he still managed to hold on to it. So another success for DNO Dynamos, 55 for 2 and 7.4 overs. The second man out, 38 of 28 balls with 6 boundaries. Needs to be seen how does Jeevan now react to the situation. He needs to hold on to the innings and make sure his team gets to a decent total. As we have a look at the other semi-final that is going on, Spartans are 1 for 1 of 1.1. The man out is Vinay Malik, who's out for naught of 4 balls, caught by Walid off the bowling of Eldos. Ismail, Mohammed and Ramakrishna are the ones at strike at the center at the moment. As we switch back tabs to our game. The umpire warning the batsman that he is delaying the game. Sahir Kadir. This is a T20 game, so you have to make sure, as per the law, 90 seconds from the moment the batsman is out, you have to face the ball. And as of now, it's taking strike. Sahir Kadir. Full toss, plays it towards square leg. Ali, the fielder, he's the only one I can see who's sliding on these grounds, trusts himself on that. Been told that he's from Iraq, so that's a nice little information that we've got. If we have a man from the Middle East who's taking part in some, we have another one asking for the appeal, and not sure what the appeal was. It for a caught behind, but the keeper hadn't collected the ball. So 56 for 2 at the end of 8 overs. Man on strike, Jeevan Gangadharan 15 of 17, and Syed Kadir is batting 1 of 1. Oil and Gas Premier League sponsored by Hedge and Sash, KSB Skywalkers, Quick Art. We thank the sponsors for being a part of this tournament. It's always good when you have corporates putting their hand up and saying that we support the sport. Back to action. Sire on strike. He's batting 1 of 1. You know, as he bowls one down leg side, will be called a wide. So far, DNO Dynamos have been disciplined. They've just given away 2 extras, 1 wide and no ball. They will want to continue that way, probably get a couple of wickets more, and make sure that they don't let loose the clutches that they have kept on PETROFAC so far. PETROFAC, the defending champions, but this time our teams have upped the ante. They have upped their game up, so they are facing more challenges as another wide being called. .58 for 2, 8.1 as this time another wide being called, so the discipline just wavering off a bit. He's already bowled 3 wides in this over so far, and only 1 ball has been counted, so Vinod has to buckle himself up. He's already given away 11 runs of the 7 legal balls that he's bowled. Drives this one down the ground. There's a man there, Sanjay, who had just taken a catch few moments ago to send Salman back. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 60. Brings Jeevan on to strike. One run added. Score moves on to 61. Zain the fielder. Run rate just about 7.18. Onto the block hole again, hitting the toe end of the bat, back to the bowler. No run there. Keeps Sire on strike. He's on 2 of 4 as asking for the one, and this time has been given across the line. So the 3rd wicket for DNO Dynamos, who are now 61 for 3. Sorry, that's PETROFAC, who's 61 for 3 of 8.5 overs. And at the moment, PETROFAC looking a bit shell-shocked. Vinod, after bowling a few wide balls, managed to get Sair Kadir LBW as Dilfer comes into the center. Yes, the umpires will have a word with the batsman that they need to hurry up. 90 seconds is what you get, within which you have to come in and face the first ball. Edges this one. There's no slip there. Ball racing towards the third man boundary. Fielder collecting from shot fine and moving to a third man. Gets another couple of runs. End of 9 overs. 63 for 3. Dilfer batting 2 of 1. Jeevan batting 16 of 18. The men out. Jikesh was the first to go. He was out not of 3 balls. He was bowled by Sanjay. Then Mohammad Salman was out 38 of 28, where he was caught by Sanjay of the bowling of Prabhat for 38 of 28 with 6 boundaries. And then Sair Kadir, the last man, out LBW 2 of 5 balls of the bowling of Vinod Jacob. As Prabhat Saxena comes in to bowl the last over before the drinks break from the commentary box end. Jeevan on strike. Drives this one towards long off. Vinod the fielder there. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 64. Didn't play it in the air. The man James standing there at short covers fields the ball. No run. Toss this one up. Drives it towards the cover boundary. 1 run there. Score moves on to 65. Plays him off the back foot. This time looping the ball but holding it back in the air, so it was slightly slow. Was trying to press forward but then decided to move back, so squared him up a bit as well. So 17 of 20 balls as this one. Mo Fuller drives it towards wideish long on. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 66 with 1 ball to go in the 10th over. 6.71 rate so far. Softer hands wants to take a quick single. Ali is quick to reach the ball. So end of 10 overs, 66 for 3. As the players take a quick break and we change sides. Welcome back. As you see a bowling change. Chandan brought in for the first time from the desert end. He's slightly short. Jeevan goes onto the back foot, plays it towards long off for a single. Score moves on to 67. Dilfer on strike. Much better ball this time. Up to the batsman, bringing it slightly in. Dilfer plays it back to the bowler. No run there. Score remains on 67. Full toss. Plays it towards backward or square. Ali, the fielder, keeps it down to 2. There's a live wire in the field, Ali. Score moves on to 69. At the moment, the position DNO Dynamos is they can attack. They have gone for a defensive sort of field. You get one more man inside the circle. Invite the batsman to play over the field. Onto the pads, comes inside the line of the ball, plays it towards short fine. 1 run added, score moves on to 68. Rather, score moves on to 70 rather. They had a couple before this one, so 69 plus 1 goes up to 70. Probably station a man in the slip area or the man in front of the batsman just into his eye. Drives this one, well fielded by Chandan, puts his foot, makes sure that he keeps the ball within the 30 yards. So 1 more run added, score moves on to 71. Full toss, reaches for that one, plays it towards long off. 72 for 3. And now PETROFAC are probably so onto the pads, plays it towards short fine, and another quick single being taken. We know Jacob continuing. He's given away 1 run of the first 2 balls that he's bowled. Onto the flicks this one over square leg, ball racing towards the boundary. Well fielded by Ali, making sure again, puts in the dive and keeps it down to 2. His score moves on to 75. Jeevan moves on to 22. This time drives it with hard hands towards the extra cover. There's a man there for that. Score moves on to 76. This is the fifth ball of the 12th over, coming quickly running through their overs as well, kicking the bowling around, making sure that they don't lose too many wickets. They've already lost 3 and they've gone into the shell. Depends on when they come out of the shell and decide to change gears, as Dilfer plays this with soft hands, indecision of a single, so no run there. James, the man there, keeping it down to a dot ball. This one over the man at extra covers, 1 run taken, 1 bounce, the fielding done. Score moves on to 78. For 3. Slightly short, one-handed stroke. Man at deep mid wicket, Zen doing the fielding. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 79. 79 for the loss of 3 wickets. We are into the 13th over. 12.3 completed. Boundaries have really dried up as he bowls another one, this time to short covers. Dilfer's finding the man at short covers. He wants to get that single and quickly go to the non-striker's end, but when the ball's short, you need to make sure you send it into the area where you can collect some runs. Not to be 79 for 3. He's batting 10 of 14. This time plays it again towards the right of short covers, this towards the cover boundary. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 80. For 3. It's the last ball of the 13th over coming up. This time short, waited onto that one and sends this over the mid-wicket boundary. Is this the moment that PETROFAC have been looking for? We'll wait and watch. As of now, this is the first maximum of the game. End of the over, 86 for 3 at the end of 13 overs. And Jeevan now with that maximum moves to 30 of 28 balls.
इज्जत गिराने वाली पोस्ट है, टूर्नामेंट का नाम है, बेइज्जत होता रहता है। तो देखे हुए होंगे ना कैसे
सीम उठी हुई है यार।
उधर से देखो एक मिनट और खड़ गया कि घूम गया ये देख इसका शेप खराब है सी मोटा हुआ है ऐसे ही मोटा होगा भाई यहाँ पे तो बॉल में ऐसे होने वाला है
रखते हैं वरुण सब यूज बॉल और तो कोई यूज बॉल होते नहीं अपने पास हाँ तो ये सब ऐसे ही है रिव्यू के हिसाब से ये बॉल यूज होके बॉक्स में जाते हैं
After a brief halt, we're back with live action. The ball being changed. Change हुआ ना? हाँ? नहीं?
एक्सेप्ट भी नहीं करेगा क्योंकि उसने अच्छा लंबा दूर छक्का मारा। क्या बोला रे अपने अरे भाई से भी वो कैंटीन वाला कोई फायदा नहीं, मैं बोल के आया था 1 घंटे पहले।
Welcome back again. First ball after the break, and it's a dot ball.
अभी इसको मेरे पास दे के रखो, अभी चाहिए रहेगा तो किसी को मैं उधर ये वाले गेम में चलाऊंगा।
ये अच्छा है ना, क्या मसला है इसको?
रीशेप भी नहीं हुआ ये।
Dilfer on strike. Rizwan trying to sweep this one, misses the ball into the keeper's hands of another dot ball.
रख के जो ना खेल के जो ना नहीं हुआ।
ठीक है, अंपायर का काम है।
ठीक है यार, कुछ बोल के देखो।
13.2 overs. This time on straying down the leg side. Ball going towards the fine leg boundary. Fielders giving the chase. And Ali again coming to the fore. What could have been a certain boundary is now cut down to 2. So score moves on to 88.
उसका वो मिला ना, देख ले तो एक बार काउंट कर ले, मैंने कुछ काउंट नहीं किया।
One more run added. Score moves on to 89. .4 overs completed. Drives this one towards long off. The man moving towards left. Gets it down to a single. Jeevan moves on to 31. Score moves on to 90. With one more ball to go into the 14th over. Last ball of Prabhat Saksena's spell. He's 3.5 overs. And with that last ball being bowled, he gives away 15 runs and taken 1 wicket. End of the 14th over, 91 for 3. Chandan, 2 overs, 15 runs for no wicket. Right arm over the wicket. Slightly short. Cuts this one towards deep point. There's a fielder there for that. One more run added. Score moves on to 93. Into the last 6 overs of the innings. It's time that PETROFAC now decide to put their foot on the pedal. They might lose a couple of wickets, but they need to up that ante, as this one in the air going towards the third man boundary. Santosh, the fielder there, outer edge of the bat, and another couple of runs. Score moves on to 94. .94 for 3. As this one shot, this one plays towards the mid wicket. Man there, but unable to get onto it. Score moves on to 95, slowing the pace, inviting the one. Again, Jeevan's hand coming off the bat. Lucky for him, didn't carry towards the fielder. So one more run. Score moves on to 95. Inner edge onto his pad, and the man in short covers. James, who has been busy. The Englishman. kept busy. 95 for 3. 14.4 overs completed. This time over into his zone, and sweet little connection, and the ball sailing over the mid-wicket boundary. So the 100 coming up in 14.5 overs. Dilfer now on 22 of 23, courtesy that 6. Score moves on to 101. Last ball of the 15th over. This time down the leg side will be called a wide. So score moves on to 102. Last ball of the 15th over.
विनीत अगर ये जा रहा कैंटीन में उसको बोल देना खाली कैंटीन में बोल देने
Late cuts this one towards short third. Santosh the fielder. End of the over. A productive one for Petrofac. 103 for 3 at the end of 15 overs. Partnership now 42 of 37. Sanjay coming back to bowl his last over.
बॉलर गलत है बॉलर गलत है बॉलर गलत है स्कोरबोर्ड पे
संजय बोलो नहीं है संतोष है बोलर उसको बोलो हाँ ठीक है अभी ठीक है 104 for 3, 15.1. Santosh stroke boundary. Score moves on to 108. $108 for 3. Jeevan now batting 38 of 33. 2 boundaries to his credit and 1-6. This time over covers. So back-to-back boundaries. मेरा भी 42 है मेरा ड्रेन जल्दी होता है वो प्रॉब्लम है यार गाइस तुम तो मैंने
42 of 34. This time over the man at long on for a maximum. So now Jeevan's decided to take on the mantle and he's raced to 48 of 35. 118 for 3. .48 of 35. This time towards long off. Prabhat there. One bounce into his hands. Moves on to 49. Score moves on to 119. With last ball of the 16th over coming up. This one in the edges towards short finds and the fielder there keeps it down to a single. 16 completed, 120 for the loss of 3 wickets. Wait for the umpire signal. Hath. ब्रेक का है इतना ब्रेक्स क्यों ले रहे हैं ये लोग This partnership now 59 or 43. Winner Jacob comes into bowl his last over. Last over, the previous over, 16th over cost them 17 runs. More importantly, that is the momentum that Petrofac was looking for. They have just managed as Dilfer this time trying to do what Jeevan was doing. Missed the line completely. And a dot ball. This is how DNO Dynamos will have to operate. If they can't get Jeevan out, make sure he's on the non-striker there, and the wides are not going to help. Vinod has to make sure he keeps tighter lines. Another run added, 121 for 3. In the air, down to long off for a single. Brings Jeevan on to strike, who's on 49 now.
Plays it over the man at long off for a maximum. So the 50 coming up in style. 55 is what he is of 37 balls, 3 boundaries, 3 maximums. And score now jumping on to 128. The partnership is now 67 of 46. .128 for 3. This time towards the extra cover boundary. There's a fielder there. 1 run completed. Wanting to come back for the second. Dilfer deciding against it. Just in a bit of pain. I guess he must have cramped up a bit, but he looks fine. Score moves on to 129. 16.4 overs. Towards long off. Again dropping short of the man at long off for 1 more run added. Score moves on to 130. Needs to be seen in the next 3 overs. When does Santosh bring Sanjay on to bowl, his premier bowler? He's got 1 over more. Drives this towards the left of extra cover. 1 run completed. End of the over. 131 for 3. Vinod Jacob completes his quota of 4 overs. 4 overs, 31 runs, 1 wicket. जीवन है वही तो स्कोर कर रहा है अगर वो जो उसको जल्दी हाँ वो आउट हो जाता था तो ये लोग 100 120 130 के अंदर ही लपेट गए Sanjay comes in to bowl the 18th over. A big moment in the game. This battle is a crucial one as shot plays it towards the man at long on and the catch being taken. He's been brought in to get that wicket and he manages to get that one. Picked out Prabhat Saxena at long on. A much needed breakthrough and they got it just at the time when things could have been gone out of hand. So 131 for 4. Jeevan Gangadharan out 57 of 40 balls. The intent was correct but probably got slightly on the toe end of the bat and just enough legs to carry to the man at long on. Prabhat Saxena, a safe fielder, is not going to miss out on that. New man Sanup Tazasari, the wicket keeper of the side, comes in at the fall of Jeevan's wicket. And the 17 balls in the innings left. Current run rate should get them to 153. Quicker delivery up to the batsman. Sanup plays it back to as a bowler. Dot ball. Sanup asking for a decision, and is this going to be referred upstairs? Just to wait and watch. And they decide against it just when the umpire wanted to go up to the third umpire. Good spirit, but the batsman has to be careful. He cannot jump the crease before, as this one into the block hole, plays it down towards long on. A single being scored. Score moves on to 132. 3 balls completed in the over. This is the 18th over of the innings. Plays it in the air, falls short of the man at long off. 1 run completed. Score moves on to 133. This one down towards long on for another single. Score moves on to 133. 134 rather. Last ball of the 18th over coming up. Ramps this one towards short fine. Nobody there. The ball racing towards the boundary. So a welcome boundary for Dilfer and for PETROFAC. He moves on to 32 of 30. And Sanjay completes his 4 overs, given away 30 runs and taken 2 wickets. Came in and got the prize wicket of Jeevan. He's done his job so far, but the job's still half done. They need to chase down the score as well. Before that, another couple of overs need to be seen as how much do PETROFAC get from here. Got 1 over from Santosh, 1 over from Chandan. Santosh is one person who can bowl the death overs. Chandan not that very proficient in bowling the death overs. He's not somebody who bowls the ball right up to the batsman. He's the one who relies more on length deliveries. Needs to be seen as to how they go about as Santosh starts off with a wide. 1 more extra to the total. 8 extras in the innings so far. 7 wides and 1 no ball. Score 139 for 4. Much better ball. This is what I was talking about. You bowl it up to the batsman, under the bat. 1 for 4. Santosh bowls another wide. He's got another 3 balls to bowl in this game. He needs to compose himself. 142 for 4. Plays it towards deep mid wicket. 1 run completed. $143 for 4. Going on one knee, wanting to get the elevation, but not to be. Again, the man at deep mid wicket being brought into play. One more run added. 144 for 4. Last ball of the penultimate over, the 19th over. Santosh comes into bowl, unless he doesn't bowl an extra ball. Again, down to the man at mid wicket. 1 more run added. 19 gone. 145 for 4. Chandan coming in to bowl the last over. He completes his quota of 4 overs for 42. Santosh, the captain, walking off the field. Ricky, the fielder, coming in at short third. Chandan to bowl the last over. He needs to bowl it full. Can't bowl length. He's going to get dispatched this time. Gets away with that. poured it a little outside the off stump, and Dilfer decided to play across the line. Rather, it was Sanup who played that shot, so gives Dilfer the strike now, who's on 34 of 32. .146 for 4. Chance for the man at long off. Well fielded. One bounce. One more run added. Score moves on to 147. .147 for 4. Another 4 more balls. Shot this time sends it towards the mid-wicket boundary. There's a man stationed there. Keeps it down to a single. Sanup moves on to 7 of 9. 148 for 4. Now the 3 more balls left in this innings. This time that was what he was looking for, and this one sails over the boundary. You can't bowl length at the depth over of an innings. The batsman, all he needs is some elevation, and he gets that. So 150 crossed, 154 for 4 with 2 more balls to spare. He moves on to 41 of 34. This one, chance for the man at mid-wicket. Seats with Ali. Doesn't catch that one, so gives him a double to catch. So 156 with 1 more ball to spare. Needs to be seen, do they cross the 160 mark? Last ball of the innings. Chandan coming into bowl. Another chance for the man at mid-wicket. 2 more runs added. Will they come back for the third? Chance of a run out, and yes, it is. Last man run out. So 2 runs added to the total. 158 is what they close out with. 159 is what DNO Dynamos need to win this game.
पूछता हूँ सुबह तो फॉग थी तो पता नहीं उसकी पाकिस्तान की फ्लाइट का वैसे तो बहुत बढ़िया मैं पूछता हूँ क्लियरली लिखा हुआ है कि अच्छा छक्का चौका भी नासिर को डाल रहा है ना पहली दूसरी बॉल पे, फिर नासिर ने सिंगल लिया, सिंगल लेके रोटेशन चेंज होनी चाहिए ना, उसने स्ट्राइक भी चेंज नहीं किया, पूरा लास्ट ओवर नासिर में ही डाला वो। तो बोला ये देख लो, ये प्रूफ है कि वो बंदा क्या कर रहा है, उसने सिंगल भी डाल रहा है तो भी स्ट्राइक चेंज नहीं कर रहा, वही बंदे को स्ट्राइक पे पूरे रन दे रहा है।
उधर ही खड़ा था वरुण, उधर बैठा हुआ है। वरुण, वरुण न्यू बॉल, न्यू बॉल। Wholesome changes.
Welcome back to Chase underway. 159 is what DNO Diamonds. Prashant taking strike. Jeevan the bowler. Quick run towards point. It's been first ball and trouble for DNO Dynamos. The Daryl Pinto is run out without a ball being scored. Daryl Pinto just confirming whether they have referred it upstairs. The on-field umpire says it's out, so that remains out. A suicidal run, and we see the back of Daryl Pinto for a golden duck without having faced a ball. Brings Prabhat Saxena, the leading run scorer of the tournament. Jikesh having a word with Jeevan, knowing the importance of this man. Jikesh, the captain, affecting that run out from point. Nearly took that one down to slip. Races down to a third man. First runs on the board. They're now 1 for 1 of 2 balls. Jeevan bowling to Prashant. Squares him up. Played within the line of the ball. Luckily for him, no edge taken. Sanup, the keeper, there. Score remains on 1. This time again, the late outswinger pitches on line, and pretty late does the ball swing. Prashant plays it with a slightly straighter bat. So short, swivels across, plays it quick onto his body, plays it down towards short square leg. 1 run to the total. Off the bat, he is off the mark now. Score moves on to 2. Prabhat playing it back to the bowler. End of the first over, 2 for the loss of 1 wicket. Man out Daryl Pinto. Run out for no score without facing a ball. Needing 159 to win this game. Ashok to bowl the second over of the innings. Bowling to Prashant. Short and wide, being called a wide. Prashant wanting to chase that one, but pulls out at the last minute. Could have chance to get a boundary, but he had to make sure if he was going to make good contact that a man at point and the man at deep point as well. So he had to make sure he would get to the push as we could slip an hand. Another one outside off stump. Umpire calls this a legal ball. So score remains on 3. Plays this one towards the left of gully. The man at third man doing the fielding. Score moves on to 4. He moves on to 2. Prabhat Saxena on strike. He's batting 1. See a field change. The man at slip coming out. The moment Prashant is on strike, he brings a slip in, but now decides to bring the man at. He's got a man at gully and he's got a man at point, quite close to each other. Plays it right to the right of point and gets a single. Score moves on to 5. Ashok to Prashant. Again, dabs this one towards gully, fields it with his boot, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 6. Prashant moves on to 3. These are the overs that DNO Dynamos have to capitalize. They cannot play singles and lose out on the power play. Somebody has to take the initiative and score some quick runs to mentally bring themselves into the game as Prabhat plays another dot ball. Ashok to so I'm asking for a caught behind. Late swing keeps them guessing. End of the second over. Score 7 for the loss of no wicket. Oh, sorry, 7 for the loss of 1 wicket. Beg your pardon, that's 6 for 1. Prashant on 3. 2 to Prabhat. Chivan bowling to Prashant. Full delivery. Plays it back to the bowler. No run. Two consecutive dot balls. The required run rate at the start of the innings was just below 8. Has now reached 8.66. So somewhere they need to get that momentum up. Another one. This time slightly outside the off stump. Ask him to fish top for that one. .74 is the required run rate now. 4th dot ball on the trot. Prabhat just indicating make use of the vacant short mid-wicket area. Play it with soft hands for a quick single and get him on strike. So far 4 dot balls. The 5th one they take off for a single. So 1 more run added. 1 ball left in the 3rd over. Last ball of the over. Jeevan bowling to Prabhat, asking for an LBW. A quick leg by being taken, asking chance for run out, not done. Leg by to end the over. 8 for 1 after 3 overs. Prashant batting 4 of 12. Prabhat batting 3 of 6. Jeevan's given away 4 runs of the 2 overs that he has bowled. 8 for 1 after 3. Prabhat on strike. Ashok the bowler. Slightly short. Plays it towards wide of third man. Complete one. They come back for second. Score moves on to 10. For 1. This one wanting to drive this one. Nowhere. Foot nowhere to the close to the ball. So another dot ball. Score remains on 10. For 1 as he this time tucks this towards short mid wicket. Miscommunication, but no run there. Another, more importantly, another dot ball. Score remains on 10. Drives this one to the right of point. One more run added. Score for 2 in the meanwhile. Score moves on to 12. For the loss of 1. We're in the 4th over. This is still the field. Not ready to chance their arm. Another booming drive, no contact. All of the 4th over coming up. One more run added. End of the over. 13 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 4. Prabhat batting 8 of 12 and Prashant batting 4 of 12. No boundaries in the innings so far. Jeevan coming to bowl his 3rd over of the innings. Oh, sorry, 5th over of the innings and his 3rd in his first spell. Prabhat plays this to the right of short mid wicket. 1 run completed. Easily come back for the second. Prashant anticipating that second run, quickly turn around and completed the second. Over the man at covers, the ball racing towards the cover boundary. And the first boundary of the innings coming from onto the pads, but going down leg side. Man at short square doing the fielding, but one more run added. Probably inner half of the bat onto the pads, so batted counted. So score moves on to 20. Playing with soft hands, wanting the single, but a suicidal one, so doesn't take that one. So score remains on 20. Needing another 139 more runs of the remaining 14.2 overs. Shot down leg side will be called wide. Good use of the shoulder. Just that the intent right, but execution just a bit not that great. Could have been better off if it gone into the body. Score moves on to 21. This time drives it towards short covers. No run there. Straight to short cover, no run. End of the over, 21 for 1 at the end of 5. Prabhat batting 14 of 15 and Prashant batting 4 of 15. Drives this over the man at point, racing away towards the boundary. Just feeling it inside the circle. They come back for the third. Anish, the new man, bowling first change in place of Ashok. Prashant drives this towards wide of covers. They complete one, wanting the second. Prabhat denying the one, so one more run added. Score moves on to 25. Upish drive, the man at long off station, especially for up one. So far, gets a single. Score moves on to 26. Caught a wide. Score moves on to 27.
हाँ मसला यही हो 10 बार बोला मेरे को मैंने 75,000 है 1.5 लाख धर्म दे रहा हूँ
Wait for the umpire's signal. It's called a no ball. Wanting to effect a run out. Gives away a single. It's Prabhat Saxena. A comedy of errors. Prabhat Saxena wanting that single, but I guess his run short. Would be a shame if he's been out because he could have benefited with a no ball.
अच्छा सुनो मैं फोन किया था रात में मैच खेलना है DNO मैच चलाए थे यार हाँ लास्ट लीग मैच है एक्चुअली वो तो तब भी करेंगे ना जब भी आ रहा है तभी भी आ रहा है मेरे लिए भी इजी हो जाएगा तुम भी देख लेंगे क्या थोड़ा मैच में लेकिन वो लीग का लास्ट मैच है तो तुम खेलोगे तो अच्छा हो जाएगा ना बाकी अभी का फिर नेक्स्ट सेमीफाइनल रहेगा वही लीडर रहता है
And the verdict is that he has been run out. So a second run out. Petrofac have known for their brilliant fielding and presence of mind. Prabhat was lazy in his approach and had to pay the price. $28 for 2. Even the man throwing the stumps down. Free hit coming up. Plays it towards long on. 1 run completed. Sanjay, the man, couldn't do better than that. Just got a single of that. So score moves on to 29. Beautiful ball again, squaring him up. No run there. Score remains on 29. 29 for 2. Full toss driven down towards covers. There's a man there. End of 6 overs, 30 for the loss of 2 wickets. A power play going in favor of PETROFAC. Needing another 129 more runs in the remaining 14 overs. Sandeep Chalat, the new man. Sandeep right arm over the wicket to Prashant. Another dot ball. Change in the field. $30 for 2. This time plays it towards Gully. 1 more run added. Drives this towards extra covers. There's a man there. One more run added. Score moves on to 32. There has to be somebody who should take the initiative. They cannot keep just taking singles of 4 or 5 runs in an over. They need to get about 9 runs in over. They need somebody to step up. Prashant has been there from the start to come up with some answers. Drives this one towards short covers. Is that the third run out we're looking for? Misses. Score moves on to 33. Anish bowling to Sanjay. Called a wide. Score. Sorry, Sandeep the bowler. 6.4 completed, 34 for 2. Another wide ball. Score moves on to 35. Placed to the left of gully. Ball racing towards the boundary and saved just inside the boundary. 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 37. Last ball of the over coming up. Over. In pursuit of 159 are now 38 for 2. Current run rate 5.43. Required run rate has already reached 9.31. Anish, the bowler, starts off with a wide. Cuts this one. There's a man there at the cover boundary. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 40. Down to short square leg. Another single. Score moves on to 41. Full toss. Drives this one towards the left of long off. A fielder there. By the time he comes back, they come back for 2. In the air towards the third man area. 1 more run added. Wanting the second, miscommunication. Score moves on to 44. Chance of a run out again. Another miscommunication this time. Overthrows being given. So score moves on to 45. Last ball of the over. In the air, chance of the man at long off and safely taken. End of Sanjay's innings. He's out for 9 of 8 balls. Caught at long off by Mohammad Salman off the bowling of Anish. So further problems for DNO Dynamos, who are now falling apart in this run chase. Manish Deepani out. Welcome back. The chase getting tougher with runs not being scored and losing wickets aplenty. They're 45 for 3 in 8. New man in Chandan Kumar. He is on the non-strikers end. Prashant, who's been there from the go, now decided to go for a big one, asking for a stumping, and he's been given. So his agonizing innings comes to an end. He's out for 10 of 25 balls, and now they are 45 for 4. Prashant coming down the wicket, wanting to play a drive, misses the one. The keeper was a bit behind, but still managed to hold on and break the stumps down. So stumped. Sanu bowled Sandeep. Can I play that side, please? Thank you. .45 for 4. Called for a wide, so one more run. No, 46 for 4. Playing back towards the bowler. No run there. Score remains on 46.
साला मैं कॉल में आते इधर
Plays this towards covers and a single being taken. Score moves on to 47. Santosh, the skipper, who's come to the center. It's been joins Chandan. Chandan, who decides to go for a big drive. First ball. No run. Score remains on 47. (47 for 4). As Chandan drives this towards point and a quick single being taken. Score moves on to 48. He is off the mark. (48 for 4). We're in the 9th over of the innings as Santosh drives this one but doesn't get any connection. Santosh batting 1 of 3, Chandan batting 1 of 2, needing another 111 of the remaining 11 overs. Current run rate 5.33, required run rate now crossing 10. As we see another bowling change. Satyan, the new bowler. Tossed up delivery and first ball across the line, and Chandan too is lost his stump, so it's a 5th wicket down for 48. (48 for 5), and the innings in total disarray. Zain, the new man, coming at number 7. At the fall of Chandan's wicket, who was bowled by Satyan. And Satyan gets a wicket of the first ball he's bowled. Full toss onto the pads, chance of a run out, but yes it is, and Zain too has to depart. Wait for the umpire signal as to who has to go. Zain took up for the single as soon as he played that stroke. And finally he has to make the walk back to the hut. ठीक है ना, हम लोग ये सब टॉस सब कवर करके जल्दी कवर कर रहे हैं ना तुम्हारे.
Hello.
Welcome back as second half of the innings. Santosh plays this one towards covers and the man running for him, so he gets a single. Score moves on to 53. They need another 106 runs of 59 balls. As Ravi Shankar Velu comes into bowl for the first time in the innings. This time James plays it with the outer of the bat, goes towards square leg. They come back for 2. Needs to be seen whether they come back for 3. They decide against it. So 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 55. Full toss. Took 1 wicket. He also managed to get Zain run out in that over. Slows one right under the bat. Santosh plays it back to the bowler. Score remains on 59. Santosh plays it towards deep mid wicket. There's a man stationed there. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 60. James plays it in the air. 1 bounce to the man at mid wicket. 1 run completed. Score moves on to 61. James drills this one down towards long off. The man cannot cut it off, so a rare boundary. So that's Santosh who did that. The captain, he's the last hope. Score moves on to 65. He moves on to double figures. He's 10 of 10. Cuts this one towards point and they take a single. An absolute mayhem here. What should have been an easy run out has got into 3 runs. James Foster ran the moment the ball was hit. Sanjay, who's running for Santosh, was ball watching. As we can see, Jeevan, who's struggling there, has decided to walk off the field. Plays it back towards the bowler. And again, the miscommunication. James completes the run. So one more run added. Twelve overs completed, 69 for 6. Beautiful shot towards deep mid wicket. One run added to the total. Score moves on to 70. Dil for the man who's coming to bowl the 13th over. Shot in the air over the bowler's head. They complete a single. Score moves on to 71. Misses out on the one that should have been sent towards. Is there a chance of another run out? And yes, it is. Miscommunication. And the 7th wicket is down. It's the 3rd run out that Dynamos have been guilty of. S- 71 for 7. As Vinod Jacob comes into the center. '71 for 7. Vinod Jacob comes into the center. He joins his captain Santosh, who's at the moment in double figures, but while his team is not in the best of situations. Shot, plays it towards mid wicket. There's a man down there, but reaches the fence. Rather over that, so it's the first maximum, something to for. Score moves on to 77. 77 for 7 in 12.4. Quick single being taken. chance of a run out, and it's been referred to the third umpire. Is that another disaster in the waiting? We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. Well, we have another run out. We know Jacob, another batsman who's been run out without facing a ball. His bat got stuck in the ground before he could regain his ground. So Parag Sharma, the man coming at number 10. Outside the off stump, legal ball. End of the over. 77 for 8. Required run rate now 11.71. The issue could be whether DNO Dynamos are going to last those 20 overs. Places Santosh places towards point, no run there. This time cuts this one again. The man at short covers coming into play. No run there. Score remains on 77. Places one lob towards the man at long on. Single completed. Score moves on to 78. Gives a chance to Satyan to have a go at Parag, the number 10 batsman. Full toss. Plays it towards leg. There's nobody patrolling the boundary there. The man from deep square leg comes in. Wait for the umpire's signal. Is it being called a no ball? No, it is not. So 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 80. In the air, wide of the man at long off. 1 more run added. Rather 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 82. Misses that one. So does the keeper. So 1 more by added. End of the 14th over, 83 for 8. Santosh. Santosh batting 21 of 17 and Parag Sharma batting 4 of 4. Ashok to continue 2 overs, 9 runs. इधर किसका मैच है विनीत पहले इधर 6 ओवर बाकी है 2 विकेट बाकी है आगे Ashok plays this towards short mid wicket, another chance of another run out, but didn't hit the stump, so Parag survives. Score moves on to 84. Into the pads, going down leg side, so no run there. Score remains on 84. Plays this over covers, there's nobody in there, the ball racing towards the boundary, so its score moves on to 88. For the loss of 8 wickets. Nearly underedged this one onto the stumps, but survived. 88 for 8. Santosh this time goes over mid wicket. There's a man at deep mid wicket. Wait to watch whether they complete a single. Score moves on to 89. For 8. Parag on strike. Onto the pads. Plays it to a short mid wicket. Jikesh the fielder there. No run. End of the over. 14 overs completed. For 8. For 8. Up to him. He wants to go ahead quickly. For 8. As Ravi Shankar comes into bowl, starts off with the wide, score moves on to 90. Plays this back towards the bowler. No remains on 90. This time plays it towards deep mid wicket. There's a single there. Score moves on to 91 and Santosh moves on to 27. .91 for 8, 15.3 overs. Plays this in the air towards wide cow corner rather. 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 93. In the air, chance for the man at long on, but he misses that one. So Parag helps himself to a boundary. We'll have to wait whether that's called a 6. It's being called a boundary. So score moves on to 97. .97 for 8. Another run. So score moves on to 98. Shot onto the pads, plays it towards deep mid wicket. There's a man there. 1 run completed. Now come back for the second. So the 100 coming up. 16 overs completed. 100 for the loss. 8 wickets. This one over the man at long on for another maximum. Score moves on to 106. Dilfer coming into bowl his second over, concedes a 6 of the first ball. Score moves on to 106. Short ball this time, wants to cut that one, but now 25 rather. Score this time early onto the short ball. Score remains on 106. Full toss, plays it towards long off. 1 run completed. Score moves on to 107. Now the wide score moves on to 108. 108 for 8. Under edges this one towards mid wicket. There's 1 completed. And now they take a quick second, so 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 110. Last ball of the 17th over coming up. No run to end the over. "17 overs completed, 110. Another 49 runs of the remaining 18 balls. It's not possible, but then you don't expect a number 9, 10, 11 to come and score those runs. Won't be surprising if they take a couple of big swipes, and if they come off, they could send some nerves in the PETROFAC camp. Ashok to continue. He's coming to bowl his last over, the 18th over of the innings. Ashok to Santosh. Missed that one. Good take by the keeper. One-handed. Another one keeping lightly low this time, but no run added. Score remains on 110. Remaining 16 balls. Quick single being taken. Nobody to back up, so decided against the throw, Sanup. So 1 more run added. Score moves on to 111. In the air, there's a man at cow corner just waiting for that one. So 1 more run. Score moves on to 112. Trying to chance their arm at everything for to get a few more runs, but at the moment just finding the fielders. Just managed to get them on a couple of occasions. This time plays it in the air, wide of cover. The man at long off coming around and doing the fielding, keeps it down to a single. Under edges this one. Good take by the keeper again. No run. $113 for 8 after 18. 2 more overs to go, needing another 46 runs. $113 for 8. Jeevan comebacks to bowl the 19th over of the innings. Point goes to the man at deep point doing the fielding. Score moves on to 114. Being called a wide, so score moves on to 115. Wide of the man at third man again. Score another one more run added. Score moves on to 115. Score moves to 116 rather. Tossed up, plays it towards mid wicket. Another single completing one, wanting the second. 117 in 18.4. 42 more in another 8 balls. That's practically a 6 every ball. Shot into the keeper's gloves, no run. Last ball of the 19th over. In the air, but short of the man at long on. So one more run added, one completed. 118 for 8 of 9. Last over of the game. There's the first semi-final. PETROFAC and DNO Dynamos. PETROFAC, the reigning champions, put a bit of pressure in the first few overs of the game, but then slowly inched their way back, and then when they came into field, never gave DNO Dynamos a chance to .41 required of the last. Shailesh Gopal Krishnan, the new bowler, coming to bowl the last over. Plays mid wicket, rather cow corner, gets a single. Score moves on to 119. Chance of the man, catch dropped. Two more runs added. Score moves on to 121. पानी अंदर से ले लीजिए। या अंदर ले लीजिए। Yeah. Score moves on to 121. It run. Score moves on to 123. Towards long on for another single. 124 for 8. In the air towards the man at long on. One more run scored. 125. Last ball of the game coming up. Misses that one. End of the game and a 33-run victory. Second season in succession. 125 for 9.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of the first semi-final between PETROFAC and DNO Dynamos of the Oil and Gas Premier League Season 2. I have Manoj from Quick Art who is going to do the presentations first. We call the best bowler. It is Sanjay for his 2 wickets of 4 overs. A lion-hearted effort from the young lad, but unfortunately on the losing side. Correcting his...
Oh, Sanjay!
Best batsman of the game is Dilfer for his 45 runs. Dilfer, please come forward. Manoj will be giving away the award to him. Thank you, Manoj. We'll have Praveen coming forward to give the award for the man of the match. It goes to Jeevan Gangadharan. For him, it's another day at the office. Come here, score a few runs, a 50 plus and a wicket or two. Thank you, Jeevan. I'll quickly talk to the captains. We'll quickly start with Santosh from DNO Dynamos. Santosh, a story of 2 halves. First half, you all had PETROFAC under the pump, gave away a few runs at the end, and the batting didn't start off well right from ball 1.
I think our batting totally collapsed today, especially 6 or 7 run out. I think that was the main, you can say, we lose because of this reason. And the bowling side, especially, we bowled very well. I think, and the fielding was also excellent today. However, today I think our day was not there, so we are unlucky today.
On a personal front, you had a good score. You made 42. How do you consider yourself as an all-rounder now?
But other side, I know batting side is collapsed. So we did not win this match. So that is the we can say we have sadness because of this reason. But yeah, last year we played very well. Last year we can say our number was 6th, and this year we reach up to 4th, or we will go 3rd. We'll try our best in next match.
Thank you for your time and all the best for the next game. We have the captain from PETROFAC, Jikesh. A lot of positives, but a few little areas that you want to cover. Probably a batting where you all didn't do well in the first half of first 10 overs, and then picked up the momentum in the second half.
Yeah, certainly we lost the fifth wicket, but our dependable is there. Jeevan is there still. There is no worries for me. Yeah.
So is it still that it's a one-man show, Jeevan, or as you said at the start, you were looking for other players to step up and score when Jeevan's not scoring?
Yeah, definitely. Dilfer, he played very well. I scored, I think, 47. So that is a plus point for us. And Salman also batted.
And then when you come back onto the field, you all didn't give DNO Dynamos any chance. First ball run out, and then you all quickly grasp the game.
Yeah, because the target is very small, so we need that energy in the field. So we keep it up. That's it.
Anyway, thank you for your time and all the best for the finals. We have the conclusion of the first semi-finals. DNO Dynamos unfortunately couldn't get across the line, and PETROFAC will